what is something that I could do to get out all these emotions, which is mainly like negative emotions, in a more positive way where I'm not crying all the time. And that was music, you know, that was songwriting. My version of speech therapy, being a stutterer, is literally music and songwriting. And I know that I've talked about this before in one of my first like videos of this year, where I think it's titled like being a stuttering artist. But I remember one day I came back home from a horrible stuttering incident and lost my appetite, and I was up here in my room and I heard like, you know, all my family downstairs like laughing and stuff, and I was definitely very miserable. It was just like, what just happened? And then I took my phone out and I said, because I didn't want to cry about it, because I was like, I was done crying about it. So I wrote a song called Shut Up, and I might have talked about this as well, but it was one of the first songs that I wrote about stuttering. And it was just so like therapeutic for me, versus when I actually took a few sessions with speech therapy. Those sessions were definitely therapeutic. Would not be the word that I would use for those sessions. If anything, I would say they were traumatic, and I felt like they made me feel even worse than I already did. The first one was in high school. I don't remember how I even got here or started like going to her, but this was my senior year, and I have been stuttering since middle school. Let's just say like 8th grade, like 7th, 8th grade. This is my 12th year, you know, and I'm just now trying to, like, I guess, quote unquote, receive help, because for a very long time I was told that like, oh, you don't stutter, you know, you're just anxious, you know, you just talk too fast. And like literally the woman told me that she was collecting her little data or whatever, and then really told me that you don't have a stutter, you just don't know how to like articulate your words correctly. She really had me like believe her for a hot second. I was like, oh, so what you're saying is I just don't know how to talk. I'm not disfluent. I actually don't know how to speak. And I'm just like, what sense does that even make? You have me read all this shit and then gonna come to the conclusion, even after I'm stuttering, like I just did, and then it's gonna tell me that I'm talking too fast and I need to slow down my words, slow down my speech. I'm like, if that was the case, don't you think? And I'm just like, I'm over here, I'm in relieving her little office, her little room, and just like, this is a waste of freaking time. And then fast forward to, I guess when I was in, or like, near college, I went into this like speech therapy program thing, that was, a bunch of students who were going into speech pathology, I believe. And so basically I was their like guinea pig, or like anyone who signed up was their guinea pig. And so, you know, everything that they were taught, you know, they were using it on me. One of the little parts of the session or whatever was they were gonna have me, like they were asking me questions or something, and they were just like, you know, we ask you a question and you answer it. And so, but they were also like recording me so that they could play it back and I can listen to myself stutter and point out all the like the different types of like stuttering that I would do, because, you know, like they were telling me that, you know, there's like repetition, there's blocks, there's this, there's that. So after they told me that, they recorded me stuttering and then played it back, or you know, answer questions, whatever, well, which I was stuttering, and then played it back, and then would stop it when I would stutter, and then be like, okay, so what type of stutter was that? Can you imagine how ashamed and like stupid I felt? And then like I literally like burst, I burst into tears. Like I was so ashamed, and then And then they were like, well, you know, let's just stop. So I was like, yeah, please. When I play this back to edit this video, it doesn't trigger me. Like when I stutter now, I'm trying to get into the mindset that like I'm trying to be authentic, and hopefully people will, you know, realize that, and you know, wanna, you know, watch me, you know, blah blah blah, whatever. And especially if you are a stutterer as well. So I'm like, even though I'm not in the in a perfect place, and you know, I'm not like, you know, 100% in, you know, on my stutter with feeling confident, blah blah blah. I still like don't want to cut out every single time that I stutter if the whole channel is, you know. But anyways, so when I play back videos and I'm stuttering, it really doesn't trigger me. If anything, I literally start laughing. But I don't know, it was just like having them look at me like I was a science project and study me, and specifically study the way that I speak, which was like one of the things all through middle school, high school, and obviously a college that had my self-esteem shit. And now they're over here stopping it every single time that I stutter. And trust me, it was a lot, because one-on-one with someone is not as bad. I don't like, my stutter might still be bad, but like the conversation won't be that bad. But there were two girls my age, and then there was like a supervisor, so like everyone in the room, and it was just like, it was just so like humiliating. And so that was the first one. And then I was assigned like two other people. They also would have me do like pretend calls, and then actually have me call places to practice using easy onset, which is when you like ease onto the first word. And I was like, I can ease all I want. I'm still gonna stutter. Like it's still like, I literally stutter on my name. If someone asks me, where do you live? I literally stutter on that easy question. If you like, sometimes it can be a yes or no a question, and I will literally stutter on that. So it's like, and again, I understand, you know, these tips might help people, but I feel like I had just been stuttering for so long, and I was not born with a stutter. It just randomly, like literally, I woke up and I just randomly had a stutter one day as a teenager. I was like 12. Yeah, so it's not like I was born with it. And I believe I have people, a few people in my family who like stutter, but I'm not 100% sure if they were born with it or if, you know, there was no injury, there was nothing. It just, I literally woke up and then I was just like disfluent. So, and because I feel like I waited so long to go into therapy, and even if I did it at 12, I was still pretty old. You know, I wasn't like I was technically still a kid, but by that time it was, you know, I feel like there was really nothing you could do as far as trying to like eliminate the stutter, which was my end goal. I wanted to like get rid of it, and that's what I went into it with. So that's probably why it was more like traumatic for me. But I soon realized later that like, this is not gonna help me, because I'm thinking that these people are gonna cure me. I'm over here looking for a cure. And so I just magically wake up one day and I'm fluent. But it's like, that's just not gonna happen, because that's not life. You know, there's no magic pill, there's no magic this or that. So I'm just gonna have to find ways to cope with it. And so once I got into that mindset, I was like, what is something that I could do to get out all these emotions, which is mainly like negative emotions, in a more positive way where I'm not crying all the time. And that was music, you know, that was songwriting. I say that the first song that I wrote about stuttering was called Shut Up, but the actual first one that I wrote that necessarily wasn't 100% about stuttering. I believe it was more about like my social anxiety, but it kind of stemmed towards me being afraid to speak to people because I had a stutter. And I didn't even know what a stutter was when I started like stuttering. And I tried to look up like, you know, what is this, you know, why when I talk, you know, like I can't get words out, you know, and I feel blocked. I didn't know, you know, what it was, so I didn't say the word stutter. But I definitely want to like read it out though, and then I'm gonna close out this video because you know. Oh, my battery's about to die, so I'm gonna have to pop one in. Hold on a second, guys. Okay, I got a new battery. Okay, so this song is called Louder, and I wrote this September 11th, 2016. And I also may have talked about this one as well. But actually, I'm gonna sing it. I don't have any like instrumental or, you know, anything to this, but yeah. So here's Louder. Hide myself behind the curtains, leave me out, cause I am certain I don't wanna deal with difficult. Hold my breath before I pass out, telling me to open my mouth, feed me to the wild animals. What was I thinking? What was I thinking when I came out of my shell under your spell? What was I thinking? What was I thinking what was I thinking when I thought I could handle it? Thought I could take the step, but I lost. I need to get louder. Thought I could reach the sky, spread my wings and fly, but I lost. I need to get louder. In the smoke of my emotions, worries bigger than the ocean. Say don't be afraid, then let it show. Couple lies in my house, then the waves just pull me down to the point where I need to go. Thought I could handle it, thought I could take the step, but I lost. I need to get louder. Thought I could reach the sky, spread my wings and fly, but I lost. I need to get louder.